Rich, trade's official. Matt Ryan to the Colts for a third-round pick.
Okay. How many times have we been on the air live over the last couple of weeks and there's been a major quarterback move? How about trading Carson Wentz for Matt Ryan? That's what the Colts did. It's a third-round pick.
It's a huge upgrade.
They got a third-round pick for Wentz. And you're sitting there saying at the time, boy, they screwed that one up because they gave up a 1 or a pick that turned into a 1 for Carson Wentz, and now all they're coming away is a 3. And one of the picks can actually wind up being a 2, depending on how much Wentz plays in Washington. And you've just upgraded from Wentz to Ryan, and that's an upgrade. Big time. And so the Wentz deal turns into basically, one would think, you can't call it a wash because a 1 is a 1, and we'll see what that 1 turns into. But for the Colts to be seemingly hamstrung at the position, because of the way everything else was playing out. And Rodgers is staying put, and Wilson goes to Denver, and they decide Wentz is just so untenable, we're out and we'll figure it out. And Ryan is the answer. That is just a chef's kiss maneuver for Indianapolis. Great move. I like it quite a bit.
All right, two things, Rich. Ian Rappaport saying that Mac gets a restructured contract and more guaranteed money. Not sure how that's possible. And Mike Garafolo saying, now watch for Marcus Mariota to the Falcons.
Yeah.
Sources say Atlanta expected to pursue a reunion. Of course, Arthur Smith coached Mariota in Tennessee.
So, yes, that's a nice fit right there. And we'll see. How about this, man? I mean, let me just try and put this all together. So the Browns try for Watson, don't get him, upset Baker Mayfield, then get Watson, and now Mayfield, who wants to go to Indianapolis, isn't going to even go to Atlanta, which tried for Watson and turns out to be the team amongst everything going on with Watson. They're the team that winds up not getting Watson but trading their quarterback anyway, which is what we thought was going to happen with the Browns until Mayfield came in and said, I'm preemptively asking to get the hell out. So it's Atlanta that doesn't get Watson, tries for Watson, doesn't get him, trades their guy anyway. Indianapolis is a team that trades for Carson Wentz, gives up what winds up being a 1, almost makes the playoffs and says, we've seen enough, get out. Washington raises their hands after they tried so hard for Russell Wilson, didn't get him. Their plan B is to get Wentz. Colts are beyond happy to accommodate that and wind up getting a pick that they flip for Ryan. Watson's new home is Cleveland, and the guy who's left without a seat is Baker Mayfield. Whew. For the moment, we'll see if Seattle's game. We'll see if New Orleans is a fit.
And
we'll see.
Carolina, that's kind of the only other spot.
And again, I don't know if Carolina can also, maybe they should just go ahead and get Josh Rosen from Atlanta too, so they can collect everybody from the 2018 first round that hasn't really panned out. Like just have that as a quarterback menagerie in Carolina.
Who's left?
Well, first round. I mean, you got Josh Allen. He's not going anywhere, and you're not going to get Lamar Jackson either.
Right.
So it's Rosen, Darnold. Then you should get Baker Mayfield too. Just get them all three and just, relive that Dallas draft. I'm being facetious, of course. I just don't think so, especially since right now there's a pro day going on in Pittsburgh, and you're saying my colleague from the NFL media group, Aditi Kinkhabwala, is saying Matt Rule is head over heels?
Matt Rule has been spending hours with Kenny Pickett,
whose hand size magically grew an eighth of an inch.
Yeah. Kenny Pickett leaving all his numbers from the combine the same, but did get his hand remeasured 8 5/8 today.
Man, look at that.
8 5/8.
Did you grow 1/8 of an inch today?
I guess not. No,
That's
I
the
don't
question
think
you
so.
should all ask yourselves in the mirror.
I did. I sat up.
I don't think so. Got to water and fertilize, man.
Oh, man, he must be just doing a lot of this, just keep on pushing that. So now it's 8 5/8. Now let's take a look at how many first rounders have gone drafted at 8 5/8 as opposed to 8 1/2. That's your quarterback carousel. Jimmy G still sitting out there probably saying, what's going on?
Jimmy G.
I thought I was supposed to go one of these places. Looks like he's without a seat, too.
Oof.
Unless the Niners just keep it
running
running back.
Just bring it back. Why not? You're like a quarter away from the Super Bowl.
True.
Could that possibly happen? They just run it back with him? Come on. Crazier things have happened, and crazy things have happened. Devontae Adams is a Raider. So, but let's just
Tom
stick
Brady
on.
is back. By the way, another quarterback just left the NFC. How easy are they going to make this for Tom Brady to go back to the Super Bowl?
Matt Ryan just added himself to an AFC mix that now has, let's get through it here, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Deshaun Watson, Matt Ryan, and
Russell Wilson,
Justin Herbert,
Jones.
and Russell Wilson, and Mac Jones, and Tua Tagovailoa, and Zach Wilson from last year. And did I mention Patrick Mahomes and Derek Carr?
I mean,
Okay. Right? And then there's Jacksonville, and you have to assume Trevor Lawrence is going to be better because there was a new athletic story today on Urban Meyer's tenure in Jacksonville. And wait for it, it's worse than you thought. And we already knew it was spectacularly awful, unprecedentedly bad in Jacksonville. So you have to assume Trevor Lawrence, just merely to have Urban out and Doug Peterson in, he's now going to take a step forward. Matt Ryan's in the AFC South. The Colts just got themselves, by the way, one of the best players the Falcons have ever had. And he's going to now finish out his career in Indianapolis. He gets that A spot, A position to have Frank Reich and Jonathan Taylor and a team that was seemingly ready for the playoffs last year. Matt Ryan's in Indy. And then let's just finish this one off, too. How about this? Matt Ryan winds up in Atlanta because Bill Parcells wanted to go and shore up his offensive line for the Dolphins, who were shopping the groceries for at the time, right? When Jake Long out of Michigan. Yep. Matt Ryan winds up in Atlanta, does his thing, wins an MVP, takes him to the Super Bowl, is up 28-3. We all know what happened there. Ryan had the Falcons playing better than the Falcons fans had seen, that's for sure. First class the whole way, all the time. All the time. He leaves with every possible record, right?
Oh, yeah.
He leads with every possible record the Atlanta Falcons quarterback spot could have. And he's now what is he, top 10 in the all-time passing yards now? Is he on the outside looking?
He's probably higher. Hold on.
I think he's higher. And Atlanta didn't go with a quarterback last year.
He's 8th all-time. He'll move into 7th. He'll pass Dan Marino this year.
So Matt Ryan's now done in Atlanta. Marcus Mariota comes in. He's going to have a chance now to do his Arthur Smith thing with Cordero Patterson and whoever else is there, and Kyle Pitts. They've got to pick 8th overall. Do they go ahead and take one of those Ohio State kids at receiver? I mean, they've got tons of spots.
They got a lot of spots.
They got spots to fill.
Yeah.
But Ryan's now off their books, I'd imagine. Or part of him's off their books. The Colts get Wentz gone. And Washington's got Wentz. Colts have got Matt Ryan. And the Falcons have got Marcus Mariota. I mean, the Colts win that one, right?
Colts also gave up that number 1 pick, too, to Philly for.
We'll see what Philly does with that one.
Matt Ryan will probably move into 5th all-time by the end of the season for passing yards.
Man.
He's about 4,000 and change behind Big Ben.
And that's the 7th consecutive different starting quarterback to start a season for the Indianapolis Colts. How about them apples? The stacked AFC gets even more stacked. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.